We've all heard the labels: introvert, extrovert, empath, old soul. They help us make sense of ourselves and others. But what if you feel like you don't quite fit any of them? What if you feel like you're operating on a completely different frequency? Beyond these familiar categories, there's a psychological profile so distinct, so nuanced, it can feel almost alien. This has nothing to do with your IQ or your talents. It's about a fundamental, sometimes unsettling, way of processing reality. Psychologists might touch on it with terms like highly sensitive person or point to aspects of the INFJ or INTJ Myers-Briggs types. But this archetype is its own unique constellation of traits. Turned up to the extreme, we call them the self-aware architects. These are individuals whose inner world is built on a foundation of deep observation, relentless analysis, and a profound, driving sense of purpose. If you've ever felt like you're watching life from behind a one-way mirror, trying to decode a game everyone else seems to play by instinct, then you might just recognize yourself in these 8 signs. Let's begin with the first sign. You feel like a perpetual anthropologist. You don't just participate in social events, you study them. You find yourself automatically analyzing group dynamics, the unspoken power structures, and the subtle motivations hiding behind people's words. For you, a simple conversation at a party isn't just a conversation, it's a complex data-gathering mission. This isn't about judgment, it's pure observation. You understand the why behind human behavior so intuitively that predicting how things will play out becomes second nature. This can be a powerful skill, but it also makes socializing feel more exhausting than energizing, because your mind is never truly off the clock. Sign number 2. Your inner monologue is more like a symposium. Your mind isn't just talking to itself, it's hosting a full-blown debate. You can hold multiple, even conflicting, perspectives in your head at the same time, treating each one with empathy and objectivity. You can argue a point passionately, and then, in the next moment, counter-argue it from someone else's viewpoint just as effectively. This makes you an exceptional critical thinker, but it has a downside: analysis paralysis. You see every potential path, every possible consequence, with such blinding clarity that it can become incredibly difficult to take the first step. This brings us to sign number 3. You crave depth in a world of small talk. Surface-level chatter about the weather, sports, or office gossip doesn't just bore you. It feels physically draining. It's not that you're aloof or think you're better than others. It's that your brain is simply wired for substance. You yearn for conversations about philosophy, human nature, grand ideas, or the hidden meaning within a piece of art. For you, a single, deep, hour-long conversation is more nourishing and satisfying than an entire week of casual socializing. You leave those deep talks feeling energized, while small talk leaves you feeling empty. Sign number 4. You have a powerful gut feeling system, and you've learned to trust it. You experience intuition that goes far beyond a simple hunch. It's a somatic, physical, visceral knowing, a tightness in your chest, a sudden sense of certainty deep in your gut that almost always proves to be correct. This powerful intuition is likely your subconscious mind connecting dots from the vast amounts of data you've observed, processing it faster than your conscious mind ever could. Over time, you've learned the hard way that ignoring this internal compass usually leads to regret. Next, sign number 5. You are deeply moved by art, music, and beauty, and profoundly troubled by injustice. Your emotional bandwidth is incredibly wide. You can be brought to tears by a breathtaking piece of music, a stunning sunset, or a simple act of kindness. At the same time, you feel a deep, almost existential anguish over systemic cruelty, senseless suffering, or unfairness in the world. This high sensitivity means you feel the peaks and valleys of the human experience far more acutely than most people. It's a beautiful gift, but it's also a heavy burden to carry through life. Sign number 6 is a paradox. You are your own most demanding coach and your most compassionate therapist. You are in a state of constant, rigorous self-auditing. You analyze your own motives, dissect your failures, and question your biases with unflinching, sometimes brutal honesty. But this isn't born from self-hatred. It comes from a relentless drive for self-mastery and growth. At the same time, because you understand the complexities of the human psyche so well, you can extend profound compassion and understanding to yourself when you fall short. You recognize that growth is a process, and you give yourself the grace to be human. Sign number 7. You often feel homesick for a place that doesn't exist. Do you ever feel a persistent, low-grade sense of nostalgia for something you can't quite name? A feeling of belonging to a different time, a higher ideal, or a more meaningful way of connecting with others? This metaphysical homesickness is a core part of the self-aware architect. It drives your search for purpose and makes the mundane aspects of everyday life feel strangely dissonant and out of tune. You weren't built to just get by and go through the motions. You are searching for something more. Finally, sign number 8. Your greatest desire is not to be loved, but to be truly understood. Of course, love is important to you, as it is to everyone. But what you crave on a soul level is to be seen. You dream of someone looking past the quiet facade, beyond the analytical mind, and genuinely comprehending the intricate, turbulent, and passionate world that exists within you. For you, a single moment of true, wordless understanding is worth more than 1,000 shallow compliments. That feeling of being truly seen is the ultimate connection. So, if you've been nodding along, recognizing yourself in these signs, it can feel both validating and incredibly isolating. It confirms that you're not broken or strange, but it also highlights why you may feel so different from everyone around you. Please, remember this. Your depth is not a flaw. It is your superpower. It allows you to see solutions, patterns, and connections that others completely miss. Your need for solitude is not antisocial behavior. It's the necessary recharge for a mind that processes the world at such a high resolution. Your purpose is to build. Whether you're building systems, ideas, art, or a more authentic life for yourself, you are here to architect something of substance from the raw materials of your unique insight and understanding. The world desperately needs your perspective. It needs people who think in layers, feel with profound depth, and dare to question the default settings of existence. Your rarity is not a curse. It is a testament to the incredible diversity of human consciousness. You are not here to fit in. You are here to understand, and in understanding, to build something better. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that explores the deeper aspects of the human mind. See you next time.